one and all to episode 3 of the GSP career. This is first Canada, then the world. And we are finally a UFC participant. We're facing Josh Koscheck in this first fight. We've got referee Kevin Mulhall, and let's go. GSP versus Josh Koscheck. Hope I'm saying the name right, because that is a fucking tongue twister. That is a bitch of a tongue twister for a thick fat fuck from Birmingham, you know? But, yeah, Koscheck. Fuck it. Yeah, feel free to shout at me, you fucking imbecile! Yeah, whatever, you know. So, in this one, it's most, again, I'm sticking to the stand-up, and again, it's a named fight, it's a fighter I've heard of, so... it's one of those shit your pants and try and hold on, you know. Fight. Floored really early, which is a problem, but we seem to be reasonably even. At least the way I look at it is we seem to be relatively even. So, in with the back fists, rights and lefts. High kicks, knees, high kicks, knees, high kick, knee, high kick, knee, high kick, knee, etc. Just trying to stick to the stand-up, because we have been getting better at our stand-up in recent fights. So stick to stand-up, it fucking works. We've also, because we've got reasonably long legs, our reach from kicks is quite good, so we're able to catch kicks and stay pretty much out of harm's way. Whereas to go in for that back fist, which is quite a close-handed thing, you need to be in quite close, and that leaves you open for some pretty stiff shots and potentially a knockdown or a knockout even. So I wanted to avoid that and stick to kicks. Excellent combination. That's what I did in this fight. Dancing in, dancing out, you know, boogieing in, getting a few kicks. When I start to slow from pace, backing off like this, running around a bit. As soon as my stamina returns, coming back in for a few 1-2s up close.
45 seconds remains in the first round.
And when the stamina backs out again, pulling away. And that was essentially the way I wanted to go with this fight. I figured it was working. I was a bit, and I'm definitely, I feel, starting to improve with my fighting skills as this series goes on and on, you know. I mean, even looking back to my first series, the Chael Sonnen series, I think I'm a better in-ring participant now than I was then. At the start of that. Being able to see better has also helped. But yeah, strong punches have a long wind up. Landing quick strikes, strong strikes can cause the opponent to miss their target. So basically that's saying, you know, if someone's winding up for a big, like, cannonball right-hand punch, if you clock them with a soft and quick left, it can knock them off target. So that's relatively obvious, you know. So that's what, you know. Sitting there with back fists. He hits the deck, I back off, because my corner's advice was to keep it standing, and that's what I wanted to do. So it's again with punches this time, going in close with punches, because he doesn't seem to be fighting back. He drops down then again, but my corner's advice was to stay standing, and that's god damn it, that's what I'm going to do. You know, my corner's actually giving me some advice and telling me what to do, so I'm bloody well going to stick to what they're telling me to do. So back to a few high kicks there. Missed the back fist. Missed a couple of back fists there. Kick to the gut. High kick. Backing off a bit here because the stamina started to lower. Several high kicks in a row and a back fist, and then pulling out again to rest. In with some more high kicks, and the high kick connects. Down goes Josh Koscheck, and there we are, guys. Winner of this fight by knockout, Georges St. Pierre. See you guys in the next fight.
Georges St. Pierre.
Yeah, look at this timing. Perfect accuracy, perfect position.
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Kevin Mo.
So let's get into our next battle, which is John Fitch versus Georges St. Pierre. Once again, we got another name fighter. I definitely think this is a decent. This could be a good fight. So let's see how we get on now.
And when the action begins,
I recorded this a few days ago, so I honestly can't remember how this one went. So let's a bit surprised to me too. Straight in with kicks. I'm in blue, he's in white, red and black. So punches, high punches. He goes in for a grapple. I'm unable to defend it, but I know I can get him off me after a couple of attempts, so I feel confident that I can get him off me and get back up to my stand-up, because stand-up is definitely where I belong, definitely where I do best. So, kick him off, back up to my feet, high kick to stop him straight off the bat, quick knee, low kick, punches, back fists, high kicks again. Definitely stand-up is where I'm sticking in with GSP at the moment. He's dropped. I drop him with whatever that is, like a diving clothesline almost. He grabs hold of my head, which is worrying, so as soon as he grabs hold of my head, I'm like, shit, I've got to get out of this. So as soon as I get free, I get straight up and back to the stand-up. So I genuinely am quite fearful of getting caught in something and being tapped out on the floor, because that has happened to me far too many times, and I've not been able to do anything about it, so I definitely want to avoid that if I can. That's definitely something I want to avoid. Suplex down to the mat. He's on top though, which is worrying. I can usually defend those, but and I've got him in a submission, which is great. But I'm just short of finishing it. Just short of being able to make that a victory. Up against the cage. He goes for another double leg, so he definitely wants to do the whole grappling to the floor thing, and I really want to stay out of that. As best I can anyway. High kicks and spinning back fists, but I'm definitely keeping my hands up, which is a good thing, which is something that I never used to do in my early days of playing this game. I always played the whole a good offense and a good defense, but in this game that definitely isn't something that you can get away with. So you've really got to defend yourself.
This is already my top pick for fight of the night. These guys are throwing everything they have.
But the referee steps between us now, and we're going into the second round. Bit of advice from our cornermen there. Their suggestion, of course.
Let's take a look at the replay from that round.
So let's go into the second round.
We are set for the start of round number 2. This fight scheduled for 3 5.
This time I went for a grapple. Not entirely sure what I was thinking at that point. But I dived in for the grapple there. A low kick to the shins. I was trying to kick for his guts, but then I get a couple of high kicks to the head. Catch a kick to the stomach there as well. Back fist, a couple of back fists, a couple of punches. He catches me a few times in the stomach there. But again, I'm in with my high kicks and punches, going for the head. I've got the clinch. Trying to do something with the clinch. He manages to double leg me, and I'm on the floor by the cage. So instead of doing the pulling my legs in and kicking him off, I do the cage climb. So I do the cage crawl. He's very good at stopping me though. But up against the cage now, and I know it's only a matter of time before we either pulled apart or he ends up separating. holding his head, so I'm pretty confident that I'm doing alright with those kicks. Catching him with another back fist.
Tight in the clinch. Oh, he ate a knee there.
Beautiful knee.
I'm in with the grapple.
Working the clinch. Under 2 minutes remains in round number 2. This fight's scheduled
I call
for
it grapple, it's really a
5-minute
clinch, but
rounds.
back up against the cage again. Now this one is one of those ones where you just sort of keep kneeing him in the leg until the referee intervenes, because you're not doing too much, and then you pull back out and you put back into a stand-up. So again, it's a high kick. He's getting knees to my head, which is worrying, so I want to change position. I'm really what I'm trying for is to try and get him into that grapple that I can do that allows me to slip behind him, German suplex, and then the rear naked. But unfortunately, I can't seem to get the clinch off in the right way. So it's back to stand up, which works, you know. So back to my usual tactic of stand up. Again, he's got me back up against the cage, which is somewhere you don't necessarily want to be, and we are pulled out of this one and sent into the third round. Uncharted territory for me. I don't spend much time there. But we are going into the third round. Don't see any bad areas, but assess the situation of the fight. So basically, our corner men are saying fuck all again, which is yeah, you guys are useful. Apart from giving me a nice, comfortable chair to sit on between rounds. This one's at MSG as well.
For the third and final round of this non-title matchup.
Which is like holy grail for a wrestling fan like me.
In the clinch. And another takedown.
But he mounts me and gets me to the floor again. I'm on the underside, but I'm able to push free and go for kicks.
They're going to close it up again, right to the clinch.
He trips, boom, got him to the ground.
Nicely done. Back to their feet. Outstanding takedowns.
Full guard.
He's relatively dominant with these takedowns, which is worrying, to say the least. Because, you know, I'm very susceptible to being hurt or possibly knocked out or even tapped out from those sorts of positions. So I definitely want to stay out of those kind of positions if I absolutely can. Back up against the cage again. He's slamming me into the cage back first. I pull free. He gets a couple of good clean shots there, which is something I wish I'd been able to prevent. But I've defended his takedown. I've pulled it round to the back and locked in that rear naked choke that I love so much.
He's got the arm under. It's pretty tight. Wow, great job.
But again, he's able to break free of the rear naked choke. This one is very much looking like a fight that could go to the judges at this point. But we'll keep on it. Again, it's another submission hold now, and that is a worrying submission hold. But I'm definitely in control of it, I think. No, he's in control of it, is he? Yeah, no, it's his submission. Yeah, it's his submission. But I pull free of his choke. He catches me with a good punch there. I'm ducking and weaving, desperate to stop it. No, the fight is stopped, and I have been defeated by a TKO. So there's a defeat for there's my first official UFC defeat, guys. But I don't think it's too damaging. But we'll come back. We'll try and come back strong in the next fight.
Here's Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mario Yamasaki has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 32 seconds of the third round. Declaring the winner by TKO, John Finn.
Harley
GSP and Martin Kampman is the next fight we're going to see. Hopefully I can come back strong from my my defeat in the last fight and do something to avenge my loss. So Kampman in yellow and black, and I'm coming in really quick in this first instance, desperate to try and disprove the fact that I'm a loser, but because I lost that last fight and I need to come out. I need to come into this one pretty strong. I'm in with the clinch, desperate to try and do anything that can prevent him from getting much in the way of movement, so that I can pick up a win. But he's able to slam me to the mat from the clinch, but straight back to our feet and back to the stand-up, which I know and love. As I've said before, I don't like being on the mat because I'm too susceptible to things. So I try and stick to stand-up as best as I can, and obviously. Being on the mat in that last fight is what caused me to lose my tech TKO. So I pull behind, rear naked, going into for the position for the rear naked. Instead, getting a few digs on him low. But I'm now in a dominant on top position on the ground. But I want to get out of that as soon as possible. Trying to turn him, trying to hit him, just trying to do anything to him really. Digging those ribs, digging him in the ribs. Desperate to do anything that can stop this guy, you know, because I need to go into this fight fucking dominant. That's what I need to do. That's how it's got to be.
Under 90 seconds remains in round one.
The loss to John Fitch has definitely hurt me, so I need to do something about it.
St. Pierre's gassing here, Mike.
And this is what I'm doing. I'm trying to look really strong by coming in really strong, dominant in these attacks.
Vicious punches from the top, Mike. Nice counter right, he's down.
Thing is though, if you go into a fight blind, virtually blind with rage, you tend to get fucked over. I made a mistake, and I paid for it. Martin Kampman defeats me. That's 2 losses on the bounce. Will I come back? Let's find out in the next fight.
And with our official decision, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Leving has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes.
By the only motorcycles worthy of being in the octagon, Harley Davidson.
Gentlemen, ready?
George St. Pierre. Diego
2 losses on the
Sanchez.
bounce. Can't be having that again. So this time we're in looking to pick up a win. You know, we've let 2 fights go. We're up against Sanchez here. He's wearing camo black and I'm in my usual blue. And this one I am looking to take somebody out. However long this fight has to go, I need this one to be a win, because 2 wins on a bounce can be put down to a couple of mistakes. 3 on the bounce, that's when you're talking about having problems. So I can't be allowing it to go for 3 on the bounce. 1 on a bounce is okay. 2 on a bounce is suspect, but still can be okay. 3 on a bounce is virtually unacceptable. So that's where I'm looking here. I'm desperately looking to make something happen in this fight. Shots to the back. Anything I can do. Even while he's clinching, he's pushing me up against the cage. And I know this, I'm in for the knees into the thigh there. Desperate, anything to make anything work.
Big head kick.
The high kicks, the low kicks, the fucking middle kicks, spinning back heels, anything that can help, I will try.
Joe, this place is going wild. And again,
Big one. Head kick. He is landing at will, Mike.
Again, series of high kicks there, but my stamina gives out again, so I stop for a second.
that's a heavy spinning
Back
fist. That
fists,
did it.
straight punches.
Oh, big spinning back fist.
Dodging around, high kicks, you know, I've just got to win this fight. This fight is one that I can not allow myself to lose, or I am in serious trouble. It's usually after 3 or 4 losses on a row is when you end up having a release fight, and I want to avoid a release fight at all costs, obviously. But equally, you know, it gets hard to regain capability. It gets difficult to sort of start to do like a career-based comeback if you lose too many fights on the row, I find. And that's why the Brock Lesnar series ended the way it did and stuff like that, you know. I'd lost too many fights on the row and done too much damage to my fighter's ability. So we're going in here to the second round.
That is what this sport is all about.
My stamina can hold up usually for 3 rounds, so I'm not worried about this one going long at all. The only thing, of course, is that I just don't want to lose. You know, that's obvious. I know, but you know, it's something that's got to be said. I do not want to allow myself to take another loss here. So here we go, going into round number 2. And back fists. Anything that hits him, I will do. I'll throw the kitchen sink at him if I have to. Probably get disqualified for that, but I'll do it. But I desperately need to get the win here. This fight is one that I need to win. Just need to win.
Those are vicious. Man, and another head kick.
So kicks and punches are definitely on the card for this fight. But as I say, this one is one that I really, really, really must win. And I certainly, it's hard to tell if I'm doing, I can't really tell if I'm doing all that much damage. He doesn't seem to have any welts or wounds or marks or anything. But he does seem to be slowing, and he's not getting in as many attacks as he was, you know. He comes towards me, he gets a few punches in, but I seem to be relatively the attacking one, really, in this fight. He has his flurries from time to time, but
these are big strikes.
You know, I tackle him to the floor, which is totally out of character. And he gets me in a submission, which is fucking worrying at this point because I am terrified of this kind of thing happening. I have tapped out too many times to people like Anderson Silva doing stuff like that to me in the Chael series, so when something like this happens I do get quite worried. But I break free and it's, you know, I'm scrabbling about on top. Get the knees, constant knees into his stomach. Anything that might slow him down, and if I can wind him even better. But we are coming up very close to the end of round 2, and he manages to pull me into a submission down on the floor again. He's got my arm and locked in the Kimura, and he's very, very fucking close to tapping me out here. But I finally, at the last second almost, pull free. But we run out of time, and the match goes into the break between rounds 2 and 3. We're going into the third round, everybody. What do my corner? What pearls of wisdom do my corner have for me this time? You're winning the fight. Don't get submitted. Yeah, that helps. Okay, so so basically they're pretty much saying, well, this one's probably going to go to the judges. So just stay looking like a fabulous fighter. Fabulous, darling.
Here we go, round 3.
High kicks, low kicks, middle kicks, fucking donkey kicks, rabbit punches, all of that sort of stuff is in here, you know. Going for stomach kicks because I know I've done some damage to his mid region. when we were on the floor and I was getting those knees in. So I'm trying to follow up that damage that I did earlier by going for kicks to the abdomen, and that is definitely something I want to try.
Nice body shots.
I'm pretty confident I will have done some damage, so I know the kicks is the way to go. And obviously, it fits with my stand-up style of trying to stay away from them whilst they're dealing damage with kicks.
Staying in tight, close, right in the fire.
So that's where we're going. We're going with kicks and
3 minutes now.
more kicks and nothing but the kicks.
All he needed was a little bit of
I mount him and go down to the floor,
up on the ground again. Man, those are
going for low punches again, trying to continue the damage on the ribs, but he gets me into a Kimura arm lock again. This is, but I'm able to pull through a lot quicker than last time. And he gets me again at the last second, and he's really wrenching that arm lock. He is really wrenching that, but his submission attack runs down. I'm mounting him again, going for punches and punches and punches. Again, he's got me in is that a triangle arm lock? Whatever that is, he's locked me in another arm lock. So I'm really, but again, I managed to break free. Elbows this time to the stomach. Position change. He's holding my head down. I'm trying to break free so that I can go for punches. I managed to. I get back to my feet this time. Again, back to the kicks to the thighs and the stomach. But time is starting to run out, and I am fully aware of this. That this one is very likely to be going to the judges. Ducking in, trying to get punches. Literally at this point, I've given up on the fight, and I'm now confident to go to the judges. Last 10 seconds of the fight, a few more kicks, and the referee pulls the part. The fight is over, and this one goes to the judges. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut up for a second so you guys can hear the judges' decision.
Let's take a look at the replay, Mike. And this is the vicious series of strikes, just overwhelming. Now a look at that near submission that was let go. Didn't quite have it locked in. And here's that submission escape. Great.
The judges have rendered their decision. And here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score it 30, 27, 30, 27, and 30-27, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, George Rush St. Pete!
Motorcycles worthy of being in the octagon. Harley Davidson. And now with the official
our judges' decision victory our unanimous decision victory, we have faced against Thiago Alves, and this is the last fight that you guys are seeing on this episode. Had to do that. Had to go into the menu a second there because my controller was going flat. But let's get on with this. Let's go in with kicks. He kicks me and gets me down to the mat, which is worrying. Hopefully this one doesn't go the full 3 rounds. I was thinking at this point, because this video is starting to run on long, and I like to try and keep this around about 30 minutes for you guys. I do record for over an hour for each episode, and that just shows how much cutscene there is in this game. Obviously by cutscene I mean like all your loading screens, those videos about first career defeat, and then all the training between the fights, which I cut out because I'm not sure of it, so I'm not sure of how interesting that is for you guys, so I cut it out. But you're going for kicks here, kicks and punches. This one's definitely looking like it might be a quicker fight, just based on the fact that the fights videos, the video that I've got is a little bit shorter than the last one, but Stomach kicks, high kicks.
Well over 2 minutes remains in round number 1.
A lot of kicks going on in this one. He seems to be going for the more boxing of the reaching in and the boxing style, and I seem more focused on kicks, but I have got those spinning back fists, which I hope to catch him and knock a few teeth loose at some point. I've also got a chest kick now, which is quite good, which allows for me to a sort of a push kick kind of thing, to push them back, as well as the head kick, because the head kick keeps them reasonably close at the length of your foot, whereas the push kick knocks them back, which is also good if I need a kick that I can use just to knock them back while I'm still trying to regain my composure. And it seems to hit more than the head kick. I can switch between the push kick and the head kick. I really like this spinning heel kick that I've got, which catches them in the stomach, and seems to do moderate damage, as well as knocking them back. When you're going for a sort of a head kick kind of idea of catching them in the head, to knock them down, knock them out. Really, it certainly helps to have a kick that you can do that knocks them in the stomach and wins them, which gets their defense, which weakens their defense, sometimes drops their guard enough for you to catch them with that one kick in the head that can put them down. Because anybody who has actually been kicked by another person, if you've been caught in the head, it is fucking painful. I'm not talking about like your little nephew jumping all over you. I mean, if somebody actually tries to hurt you. Whilst I've never been in all that many fights, I have been attacked a few times in the street, and it's not fun, But the spinning heel kick to the stomach is definitely a move that can aid me somewhat. So I think this one's starting to come close now. That push kick to the head knocked him back. Push kick to the chest again. Head kick knocks him onto his back, but he's back up and he comes back in. Stomach kick, knee to the chest. Another head kick. Two more push kicks. Push kick to the chest knocks him back. Spinning back fist misses. He tackles me to the mat. I pull against him, pushing against his stomach to try and knock him away. He comes in, push kick to keep him away from me. Spinning back fist, two spinning back fists, and he drops to the mat. Unconscious. Winner by knockout, George St. Pierre. And that ends episode 3 of First Canada Then the World. In the next episode, we'll continue GSP's UFC career and hopefully build our way towards some title aspirations. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time. Farewell. I'll leave you with the official decision on the end of this fight so you guys can see exactly how it was judged.
The veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer, has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Kevin Mulhall has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute 45 seconds of the second round, declaring the winner by knockout, George Rush St. Pierre!